Welcome everybody to another Google Academy session. My name is Joanne Nichols and I'm the head of lead generation for our mid-market sales organization at Google. I've been at Google for over 20 years, if you can believe it, so I've seen the industry change. I've also seen you and your businesses adapt alongside it. As you know, lead generation isn't just about collecting names and emails. It's so much more. It is guiding students towards their dream education. It is helping a small business choose the right accounting software or providing financial security through insurance. You're helping people make some of their biggest life decisions. A customer's journey from lead to sale is growing more complex. It spans across multiple channels and devices. So the goal of today's Academy session is to help you be there for the right customer at the right moment and with the right ads. I'll also be joined by 3 esteemed product leads, Michael, Charlie, and Stephanie, along with others on their team who will be joining us later in the session to answer your questions. Before we begin, a few quick housekeeping items to make sure we're all on the same page. I'm sure you've got questions and hopefully we have answers. Please type your questions in the box below and we'll have product specialists reviewing them and ready to answer. Now, we try to move at the speed of AI, but that being said, please be patient. I promise we see your questions and there's no need to submit them multiple times. We know many of you ask if the slides will be available afterwards. Unfortunately, we cannot share the slides, but you will have access to this video along with all of our other previous Academy episodes, which is available to watch on demand from the Ads Academy 2024 Collections page. You can go back at any time and review previous episodes or any content you may have missed in today's session. Now let's begin. We are going to break today's session into 3 key parts, starting off with an overview of today's landscape. This will lay the groundwork for the suggested actions later in the session. From there, we'll go deep following the 3 steps to lead generation success. 1 is mapping the full customer journey. 2 is building a strong measurement foundation. And 3, activating AI-powered campaigns like Broad Match with Smart Bidding, Demand Gen, and more. Finally, to wrap the day, we will save time for live Q&A with those product experts I mentioned in the previous slide. Let's get started. Today, the path to generating high-quality leads at scale is not as straightforward as it once had been. And 2 questions we hear regularly from your peers: how can my ads keep pace with the fast-changing and rising expectations of consumers? And how can my business take advantage of AI to improve performance? Understanding your consumer's journey has never been more important, but today's digital landscape makes getting a clear picture difficult. And why is that? Well, it's because lead generation advertisers are experiencing unprecedented change on 3 fronts. No matter the industry your business is in, you have probably felt one or many of these changes the past year, possibly felt all of them at the same time. First, we're experiencing challenging business conditions due to a more than uncertain economic climate. Second, this impacts your consumer, creating a complex consumer. Their behavior is changing, it's more unpredictable, it's harder to measure, and it's evolving quickly. And finally, all of this is happening on the backdrop of a new privacy landscape, which demands for more transparency and consumer control. And all of this is underscored by the largest tech shift any of us have ever experienced in our careers. Perhaps you've heard about it. It's called AI. Today's proliferation of channels, devices, and formats present more touch points than anyone can imagine. More than half of consumers are using 5 or more online sources before they buy, an all-time high. This includes watching an online video, going to maps, and using search. And their journey from lead to sale isn't linear. It's a complex web of interactions across multiple channels and devices. Sometimes I forget what conversation I'm having with someone. Is it through email? Is it a text? Is it a phone call? Research also shows us that consumers who filled out a lead form are 3.5 times more likely to ultimately purchase from brands that were discovered during the journey than those that were not. What does this mean for you and your marketing strategies? To drive higher quality leads, you have to stay top of mind throughout the consumer's journey. And you have to be present across consumer touchpoints. So simple, right? This is where the power of AI comes in, to help you keep up to speed with the complexity of consumer journeys. All of these signals that you give off as a consumer in your everyday life, whether it's what you're searching, watching, reading, all of that feeds into the power of AI. No single human can possibly put together and anticipate all those touch points in a nanosecond. You need AI. Businesses large and small are increasingly adopting this to drive growth and better performance. So you're not competing with AI, you are competing against other marketers using AI. How can your business gain an edge? There are 3 steps to success. Map the full customer journey. Trace your customer's path from first click to final sale and pinpoint the most valuable interactions. Build a strong measurement foundation. Build a robust measurement strategy to capture those key touch points. This data will be your competitive advantage. It fuels the AI that will drive and optimize your campaigns for better results. And finally, activate AI-powered campaigns. Whether you're trying to maximize lead volume or qualified leads, these solutions are your key to driving performance and ROI at scale. And with that, let's hear from our first speaker, Michael, one of our esteemed measurement product leads.
Thanks, Joe. And hello, everyone. I'm Michael, a product lead on our measurement product team here at Google. Before we dive into your measurement foundation, let's first outline your company's lead to sale journey. This is the first and most important step in understanding how to improve lead quality and drive more growth for your business. I think everyone in this room has done some version of the exercise I've pulled up here. Mapping out a lead to sale journey, as Joanne said earlier, is a fairly common exercise in the lead gen industry. There are a lot of touch points we have to consider, especially when it comes to bidding to the most meaningful customer journey milestones. For lead gen advertisers, generating demand and lasting value for your business means finding high quality leads and then converting those leads into loyal customers. In this example, we have 4 stages: request info, application started, application approved, and account created. In addition to these major customer events, we also have values assigned to each event. Now, it's okay if you don't have dynamic predicted values for each of your goals. We have thousands of advertisers who are starting with static values based off of their average closed deal value and conversion rates. The fuel? First-party data and a strategic understanding of how you will integrate across the entire lead to sale journey. The most important step in digital marketing is deciding what to measure. Google Ads offers both online and offline conversion tracking solutions that reach different types of audiences along the marketing funnel, from online form fills to offline qualified leads and eventually closed deal customers. To get the best performance out of Google Ads, you should identify the action that is closest to what drives revenue for your business and ultimately optimize towards it. For lead gen advertisers, this often occurs offline. Although this is the first priority, ideally set yourself up for success by future-proofing every stage possible and adopting privacy-centric measurement solutions like enhanced conversions to alleviate the reliance on third-party cookies for measurement. Stronger measurement will enable stronger outcomes across the funnel. Now, you could build off this foundation to set marketing, media, and campaign objectives. You're already familiar with your objectives and KPIs, but I want to emphasize the importance of knowing who's responsible for each KPI and how your advertising efforts directly impact overall business success. Your daily work in the ads account gives you valuable insights into market shifts and consumer behavior. This knowledge is key to identifying opportunities for growth. If you see a chance to expand your market share and need additional investment, you'll know exactly who to approach and how to make a compelling case. So you've set your objectives, you've mapped your lead to sale journey. Let's dive into how you can get ready to drive impact through a strong measurement foundation in a privacy-first world. How do you set yourself apart when everyone else can use the same AI capabilities? What can give you a competitive advantage? AI can only be as good as the data that you put into it. In a world where consumers move from device to device, are less brand loyal, and are harder to reach, your connection with your customers is your competitive advantage. In fact, 98% of marketing decision makers and influencers who have used AI solutions or tools to improve advertising performance say that their use of these tools has positively impacted digital advertising performance. Investing in the right strategy now will make it easier to drive growth and sharpen your competitive edge. Without robust data and measurement in place, it's like you're setting out on a road trip without GPS and fuel. You might be moving, but do you have a clear vision of your destination? And do you have enough fuel to get there? Thinking back to your lead to sale journey, when we think about integrating your first-party data on offline conversions into Google Ads, you have a few options. The best option for your measurements and performance is a hybrid, including both your Google tag as well as enhanced conversions. In an ideal scenario, you'll have not only robust tagging throughout your online properties, but also strengthen your existing online conversions through enhanced conversions for web, and have your offline conversions set up with enhanced conversions for leads. For both of these enhanced conversions products, your first-party data is the key to enabling more accurate and higher quality measurement across your full lead to sale journey. Let's double-click into enhanced conversions for leads, which focuses on your offline conversions. EC for Leads is our premier offline conversion tracking solution, and it is a durable solution built for a privacy-centric future. It doesn't require Google Click IDs or GCLIDs for tracking. Instead, it relies on your first-party data. In addition, it enables a lot of additional benefits over our legacy offline conversion import tool. For example, cross-device conversion reporting, engaged view conversion reporting, which, by the way, are conversions from YouTube or Performance Max, for example. It accepts multiple identifiers for tracking, and more. A key benefit that EC for Leads brings you is strengthened performance. Advertisers on average see a 20% improvement in incremental revenue, as well as a 30% improvement to cost efficiency when incorporating customer data across your entire lead to sale journey into your marketing strategy. So, if you're ready to start importing offline conversions into Google Ads, look no further than EC for Leads. How does EC for Leads work? When a customer clicks on an ad and arrives on your website, they will typically browse around and perhaps fill out a form to submit their interest in your product or service. Once they become a lead, you're storing their consented information in your CRM. And as they go through the offline stages of your business's customer journey, you then upload the hashed lead information. For example, an email address or phone number that you collected, which we then match back to the original ad click. A quick side note, EC for Leads supports all email addresses and not just Gmail for matching. Here's a more practical example. Let's say you have a moving company and a potential customer clicks through one of your ads and fills out a form online with their email address. This hashed email address is securely shared with Google. And then later on, when they book their move with you offline, their hashed email is sent back to Google again to let us know that they completed that booking. In addition to sharing when a person converts, you could also share the value of that customer for your business. And that can further enable our Google AI to optimize for your highest potential value leads and highest quality customers. Now, before you begin setting up EC for Leads, there are a few key prerequisites. EC for Leads relies on the Google tag, so ensure that's set up either directly on your site or through Google Tag Manager. Auto tagging is also a requirement in your Google Ads account. This ensures that we can tie back customer data to specific ad clicks. Lastly, EC for Leads uses hashed customer data from your CRM, so we also require that customers submit data on your website, generally through a lead form. With EC for Leads, what first-party data is needed to enable it to work effectively? We recommend customer email addresses as the main match key. However, you can also submit phone numbers as well. Other mandatory elements to include are the conversion name that matches the offline event that the user converted on, as well as the conversion goal and time that the conversion happened. Some optional but recommended fields to include are the gclit if you have it and store it, order ID to mitigate duplicate leads, and I especially want to emphasize values. This will help you measure ROI and also help you drive higher value customers with higher lifetime value over the long term. Implementing solutions using your first-party data like EC for Leads can sound complex and challenging, but we've been working to make this process easier than ever. Essentially, it's 3 steps. 1, confirming you have the prerequisites and that your website is collecting consented customer information or first-party data that we can use, and confirm your input method, which you can do through Google Ads Data Manager. 2, creating or upgrading offline conversion actions for use with EC for Leads. And 3, after setup is complete, monitoring your data and ensuring that everything is working properly before considering optimizing down funnel with your new conversions. Now, implementation is not always a quick or easy process with a simple click of a button. It will take some time to set up, but Google is here to help every step of the way. Simply reach out to your assigned account strategist for support with EC for Leads implementation. Once you've implemented EC for Leads, a few best practices to keep in mind. First, don't immediately start bidding on your offline conversions. When you set it up, make sure it's marked as secondary instead of primary, and give the new conversion actions 3 weeks to gather data before you start optimizing. Consult with your account strategist throughout the process to ensure the transition is smooth. Secondly, for best bidding performance, ensure values are uploaded on a consistent cadence, ideally daily. When setting it up for the first time, push for a manual upload first to ensure everything works properly, then switch to scheduled when everything is working properly. As you verify your setup, if you run into issues with your offline data uploads, make sure that your Google tag is set up properly. As part of our efforts to simplify your first-party data connections with Google Ads, you now have access to the Google Ads Data Manager within your account. This is a singular point where you can easily manage all of your data connections and easily target audiences, measure conversions, and drive incremental revenue responsibly with Google's advertising solutions. If you'd like to learn more about Google Ads Data Manager and how to use it, reach out to your assigned account strategist. As I mentioned previously, stronger measurement equates to stronger signals, equates to stronger AI. As we continue moving towards a privacy-centric future, it is paramount that you set up and maintain a durable and future-proofed measurement foundation. As I mentioned previously, beyond just providing the first-party data to measure, you can go deeper to make that data help your business by fueling machine learning and AI with an understanding of the customers that are most valuable to your business. This is where customer values come into the picture. Not every customer brings the same value to your business, and a lead isn't just a lead for your business's bottom line. Some may be worth $100 to your business. Others could be worth $500. By providing additional information on the value each customer brings, Google Ads can focus on maximizing results and not just leads or customer volume for your business. Differentiate your customers, bid on what matters, and drive performance that matters. To visualize their solutions, here's your staircase to success. Start with implementing the Google tag, then ensure you have enhanced conversions for web enabled on your online conversion actions, and enhanced conversions for leads for your offline conversion actions. This is the durable measurement foundation. You can go deeper with measurement by future-proofing your audiences through Customer Match and Google Analytics, utilizing those audiences. This foundation sets the stage for AI-powered success with your campaigns. Smart bidding, Performance Max, Broad Match, these are all built to use your first-party data to drive revenue growth. Now with that, you're ready to activate Google AI across your campaigns.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, everyone. I'm Charlie. I am product lead on Search AI powers Google Ads solution for lead gen advertisers. I'm very excited to be here with you today to talk about how can you take action to capture and unlock demand with Google AI. Every day, Google sees billions of searches. And out of those billions of searches, more than 15 90% of them have never been seen before. Using broad match is a key strategy to capture them all. And according to Google data, customers that upgrade exact match keywords into broad match with smart bidding see a 35% increase in conversions. On the other hand, Performance Max use cutting-edge AI to place your ads across the full suite of Google channels. Plus, it utilizes smart bidding for optimized results. It's a powerful move because you can increase your reach and conversions. Google reports an 18% boost in conversion at a similar CPA when you incorporate Performance Max into your strategy. The magic truly happens when you run search ads and Performance Max together. You maximize your reach through target search results while you also finding new audiences across multiple channels. The results is a turbocharged marketing strategy, all while you're respecting your budgets and efficiency targets. Alright, now that you understand this powerful combination of search ads and Performance Max, let's get more specific. In the next section, I will walk you through how broad match, when used with smart bidding, can maximize your conversions. Let's dive deeper into two key AI improvements. We have made improvements to our broad match large language models using the latest understanding technology to help it decide if a given query is relevant for broad match or not. For example, if I had a dog and I search for tricks.ear infection at home, that could also mean that I'm trying to treat my dog without a vet. Well, improvements in our models help AI understand the meaning of things, even if the words are not the same. This technology makes it possible for broad match to understand the meaning of a search and determine if it is relevant for you, beyond just the words. The second key AI improvement we have made to broad match is AI-based keyword prioritization. AI-based keyword prioritizations come into play when there are multiple places in your account a keyword could match to. Let's say you are a florist. A search for red bouquet can technically match to your florist rose campaigns or your flower shops campaign. But instead of you needing to manually force certain traffic to go to certain places in your account, Broadmatch use AI keyword prioritizations to ensure that it matches to the most relevant ad group, in this case, your roses campaign. That's why with Broadmatch, it's important that you group your keywords into similar themes. Grouping your keywords into similar themes make it easier for Google to understand your keywords, select the best one, and determine which ad should serve for each search. Now, let's dive into some Broadmatch specific best practices to help you take your search campaign to the next level. Okay, now let's see how to think through AI-ready search setup. We recommend organizing your campaign structure around keyword themes, supported by relevant creatives, and rooted into your marketing goals. When building a search campaign, ask yourself two questions. The first one is, do these keywords share the same budget and target? If so, they should be in the same campaign. And the second one, do these keywords share the same landing pages and creative themes? If so, they should be in the same ad group. The key takeaway here is that the more consolidated and simple the structure, the better. Now, let's take a look at common pitfalls to avoid in your account structure. Gone are the days of needing a match type specific ad group or campaign, which is the most common best practices I see advertisers violate in my day-to-day role. We also don't need duplicate keywords across every match type, as Broadmatch captures everything that exact and phrase keywords can, plus more. Single keyword ad groups is another outdated practice to avoid, as well as using negative keywords as an attempt to manually funnel traffic between campaigns. As I mentioned earlier, an AI-ready account structure supports Google machine learning capabilities, namely smart bidding. It's recommended that smart bidding is in place before launching Broadmatch, so that AI can use all available signals from Broadmatch to inform the right bid for each query based on its predicted performance. A few of these signals are only considered by broad match keywords, unlike exact and phrase match. Signals including landing page, other keywords in an ad group, previous searches, and user location. Let's look at an example of these two features in action. You have a broad match keyword, personal injury attorney, which can surface multiple queries, including personal injury attorney near me, injury lawsuit legal costs, and who to talk after a car accident. Smart bidding sets your bids according to what it thinks the best performing query will be. So, in this case, it sets a much higher bid for personal injury attorney near me compared to who to talk after a car accident. Following the best practices when it comes to account structure, bidding strategy, and broad match keywords can get you more while managing less. At the same efficiency, you can capture 25% more conversions using target CPA and switching from phrase match to broad match. That number jumps to 35% when switching from exact match to broad match. And when using target ROAS and going from phrase match to broad match, you can capture 12% more conversion value. You will achieve these improved results while also spending less time researching for new search terms and managing ton of keywords. Perfect! Now we will cover how you can capture existing demand leveraging Performance Max. PMax complements your search strategy by providing you the chance to show up for relevant queries that are not covered in your current keywords and reach high intent customers as they engage with different content and channels throughout their day. Once you have laid the foundation, there are three main areas to consider for your PMax campaigns. The first one, advanced targeting, can help you broaden the reach of PMax, but in a controlled way. The second bucket is asset coverage and diversity to drive better results. And third, usage of third-party signals with customer match to enable better performance with smart bidding. Let's take a look a little bit deeper. To get the most out of your PMax campaigns, we recommend that you turn on finite URL expansion to find more converting search queries and to land customers on the most relevant page on your website. Final URL expansion is able to reach the right customer with the right message using another AI feature called automatically created assets, allowing PMax to generate headlines and descriptions from your website to use in an ad copy. The second best practice is to ensure asset coverage and diversity to drive better performance. First, we recommend hitting the maximum upload limit per created component and per asset group. Second, you don't need to recreate the wheel. Use the best performance assets from search on YouTube and use it in your PMax campaign. No need to create net new creatives. Thirdly, asset variety. We recommend including a mix of styles for text, images, and videos. Remember that you are reaching users across different experiences and levels of intent. Video is a key component to unlocking the full potential of cross-channel buying for PMax. I have been a search practitioner for most of my career, and the most important thing has been the power of creative. Advertisers that add at least one video to their PMax campaign saw an average of 12% uplift in conversions. The key here is to ensure that you include square, landscape, and vertical video to unlock all available inventory sources. And the great news is we have AI tools to help with more effective asset generation. Advertisers who use asset generation in PMax are 63% more likely to publish a campaign with good or excellent ad strength. Why does this matter? Because advertisers who improve ad strength to excellence see 6% more conversions on average. So now that you know the why, it's time to try these tools by yourself. How do we measure the performance of Performance Max? It's important to look past the standalone campaign performance and evaluate things like assessing the overall account CPA or ROAS since campaign launch, utilizing attribution reporting and seeing where Performance Max play a role in the customer journey, and reviewing how this interaction and touch points impacted the overall customer journey. With that, let's hear from Steph as she takes us through how to drive new demand with our YouTube solutions.
Thanks, Charlie and Michael. Today, we'll be talking about how you can generate new demand using YouTube. We'll be chatting about how diversifying your lead generation strategy can drive results and grow your business sustainably. So, let's dive in. First, I'd like to open up with the YouTube full funnel. By YouTube full funnel, I'm referring to the full suite of solutions you can leverage based on your goals, whether you're looking to raise brand awareness or drive conversions. To bring this concept to life, I'm going to give you an example of how an advertiser like Dialpad can reach customers wherever they are in their customer journey on YouTube. Dialpad is a cloud-based business communications platform that offers a unified solution for calling, messaging, video conferencing, and contact center management. Dialpad knows that there are people who may not even be aware of a solution like Dialpad or may need a little more education on how Dialpad differs from competitors. And this represents an untapped opportunity for growth, so they may explore awareness and brand consideration campaigns to drive mass reach and consideration, which can plant the seed for awareness and get them on their prospects' day one lists. These campaigns optimize for impressions and eyeballs and 30-second views of an ad. Now let's say Dialpad, like many of you, wants to capture low-hanging fruit, people actively searching for Dialpad or communication solutions and want to drive high-quality leads. Then they would leverage demand gen campaigns to engage people in the purchase consideration phase, which is highlighted here, who are actively searching and are ready to make a decision. This is because demand gen is a conversion-focused campaign, and you can define a conversion as a mid-funnel event like a site visit, free trial sign-up, webinar completion, or even a down-funnel event like a lead form completion. What all of these solutions have in common is that they are all powered by our AI signals. Our algorithm is really successful at leveraging the inputs and guardrails you all as marketers add to the campaign, and then leveraging all of our amazing user data to drive the KPI you set at the start of campaign creation. Our main focus today is on demand gen under purchase consideration, but it's important to note that advertisers can supercharge their demand gen campaigns by targeting people who have already been exposed to those larger buckets of prospects you've captured with your video reach or video view campaigns. But what's the point? Why should we be investing in demand gen to start with? It's because every brand has a lead ceiling, and at any single point in time, there's a finite amount of leads and demand for a brand. As your business grows, this finite amount of leads ultimately becomes tapped out. As an example, let's say you're a personal injury law firm. There are only going to be so many people searching for a personal injury lawyer and only a certain number who actually know of your particular law firm. So how do we make sure that even if there's not a need today, that when a need arises, your law firm is top of mind? Or, as another example, let's say you're a home security company. People may not be actively looking for a home security system until they actually experience a break-in or hear about crime in their neighborhood. Or maybe they just bought a new home, but maybe search for a security system in the coming months. Creating consistent demand through educational videos about home safety and product demos can ensure that when they do actively search, they're already familiar with your brand. So, it's important to go out and make an intentional point to generate new demand. We all know that creating new demand can take longer and be more expensive than converting existing demand, so that's why I always like to open up with why you all should care. Marketers must focus on both converting existing demand and generating new demand at the same time to truly maintain sustainable growth. What's exciting is there is so much opportunity to do this. The consumer path to purchase has shifted and is no longer linear. That's not news to anyone here. There are so many ways to engage them, whether they're scrolling through news, watching videos, or checking their email. We're finding that 1 out of 3 consumers are spending more time making decisions and considering more brands, and we know that 68% of SMBs say that brand reputation is very important to them. In fact, studies show that in the B2B vertical and likely other verticals as well, 86% of buyers have a day one list. A A day one list is a group of vendors that a buyer already knows and considers before they officially begin their buying process. Think of it as a short list of preferred suppliers that immediately come to mind when a need arises. What's interesting is that while 79% of buyers will still do more research and 77% may even add one more vendor to the list, ultimately, 9 out of the 10 buyers will still purchase off their day one list. Being on a buyer's day one list gives a significant advantage from the start because it ensures that you're already in the running while other vendors may not even be on their radar. Now, let me walk you through what Demand Gen is, which is our conversion-focused campaign, and how to successfully generate high-quality leads. Demand Gen builds upon the strengths of our existing campaigns today, such as video action campaigns. It has the reach of YouTube and Google's most engaging services and combines the power of video and image in a single campaign. Demand Gen serves on YouTube Shorts, YouTube InStream, and YouTube Feeds. It also serves across the Discover feed, which is the news feed in the Google app and Chrome, and Gmail. The analogy I like to use here is to imagine a soccer team. It doesn't matter which player is scoring the goal as long as the goal is being made. Just like it doesn't matter where the conversion is coming from, whether that's YouTube InStream or the Discover feed, or if it's converting from image or video, as long as the conversion is happening. This is a power tool for social marketers on Meta, TikTok, and LinkedIn. So if your brand does well on social, it's a super low lift to utilize creatives and learnings from these campaigns to run Demand Gen as a complementary solution. When it comes to Demand Gen specifically for lead generation businesses, there are a few best practices I really want to hit home. The first is budget. We need to make sure that we're giving the campaign enough headroom with our budget to drive conversion volume for it to be effective and reach the goal you set. The guidance is at minimum 15 times your search CPA as a daily budget. For example, if your search CPA is $100, then your daily budget on YouTube should be $1,500 at minimum to see about 5 conversions a day. The expectation is that Demand Gen will drive a CPA that is 2 to 3 times your non-brand search CPA because of where it sits in the funnel. Next, start your campaign with a high-intent, defined audience strategy using custom audiences, which include your best-performing search keywords and your first-party audience lists. First-party data is going to be the most high-value and future-proof data we can pass back to the algorithm. We recommend running lookalike audiences, which is an audience type only available in Demand Gen, built off of first-party seed lists that go after people that look similar to past converters, for example. If you don't use lookalike audiences, we recommend using optimized targeting, one or the other. Next is to build a strong creative strategy. Creative truly is an art and a science. A big takeaway here is that we want to make sure we have all the eligible sizes and orientations of your creative, horizontal, vertical, square, so you can show up on any ad slot across the expansive inventory we have available. And finally, effective measurement. For Demand Gen, I recommend bidding toward an online action, whether that's submit lead form, download a white paper, or register for a webinar, and that way you are truly using these solutions to generate demand and get people into your lead to sale funnel to ensure that they convert through search, Performance Max, or your organic efforts. Obviously, we want to prove amazing results for your business as quickly as possible, but we need to set some guidelines for which KPIs we can look at and when, especially for lead generation, which has a longer lead to sales journey typically. Within the first 2 weeks of launch, we expect to see more upper funnel metrics to come through. Think clicks, site visits, maybe even some early stage mid-funnel conversions from time on site or request for info. This data is easily accessible in Google Ads. Within 30 days, we can start looking at mid-funnel conversions, so submit lead forms, as well as assisted conversions, which shows how many conversions ended up on search where Demand Gen was part of the conversion path. And finally, within 60 days, we expect to see some significant business goals come through, depending on the vertical. Overall, closed leads and revenue increasing, and search and Performance Max, as well as account-level CPAs decreasing. So after 60 days, we can really start to quantify the halo effect YouTube is having. But don't take it from me. Here's a case study about how Surface Titan drove a 36% increase in conversion volume and 94% increase in conversion rate on Demand Gen versus social. Now we will hear directly from Aline Alaverdian, Director of Performance Marketing at ServiceTitan, speak more about the impact of Google AI solutions like Performance Max and Demand Gen.
ServiceTitan empowers contractors by providing the ultimate toolkit to elevate their business. Whether it's streamlining back office operations or enhancing the customer experience, our platform does it all. Without ServiceTitan, a customer would struggle with streamlining operations, tracking performance metrics, data management, and managing customer communication. ServiceTitan integrates all of these functions into one software, enabling them to accelerate their revenue growth. As our founder says, AI at ServiceTitan stands for automated ROI. While we're developing AI tools that help our customers, AI-powered ads are helping us achieve our marketing goals. Since switching to AI-powered campaigns, we've boosted book meetings by 30%. Our priority every day is finding that ideal customer who needs an end-to-end solution that will support their next level of growth. Our customer search for the right software is also complex. They typically spend 3 to 6 months researching, reading reviews, and educating themselves before making a decision. And we have to stay top of mind as they move through the lengthy decision-making process. That means we need to nurture prospects through the entire funnel. During their research and evaluation phases, it's crucial that they see us as a thought leader and a trusted partner. Google AI has enabled us to learn quickly. In the past, we'd have to manually test creative, manually test strategy. Now we're able to use AI to accelerate our learning, and then we're able to scale those strategies. So that is what we've continued to do over and over with Performance Max, with Broad Match, with Demand Gen campaigns. We've learned to trust these AI tools because we can quickly see insights about where we should invest more or where we should pivot. We've seen the impact AI can have, and now we're ready to scale it to reach more trade professionals and improve every part of their business. I'm really excited for what AI can do next for ServiceTitan.
First of all, thank you to our speakers, Michael, Charlie, and Stephanie. Before we transition to the live Q&A, let's quickly recap what we covered today. Michael talked about the importance of mapping your lead to sales cycle and identifying the conversion actions that align with your business goals and drive business results. He covered the importance of first-party data to enable more accurate and higher quality measurement. Charlie and Stephanie walked through how to activate your campaigns using those values to deliver on your business objectives with the Ads Power Pair and Google's full funnel YouTube solutions. I know this was a lot of content, so fear not, the video will be online for you to watch anytime on demand. And if you have any questions, stay tuned and keep submitting your questions in the chat. We are now going to transition to the live Q&A.
Hi everyone, my name is Mark and I'm a product lead here at Google and work across our performance solutions, including Search and Performance Max. I'm joined by my colleagues Stephanie and Faye. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie, and I'm a YouTube and Demand Gen product lead and have been in the YouTube space for 9 years. My passion really lies in measuring the impact of mid to upper funnel media to our customers' ultimate business goals. Now on to Faye.
Hey everyone, I'm Faye. I'm a product lead for our measurement solutions, including enhanced conversions for web and enhanced conversions for leads. I'm really excited to discuss with you today how these solutions can be leveraged to drive performance and deliver high quality leads for your business.
So I hope you've been following along in the live stream chat. We've had product specialists providing answers to your questions. Please continue to submit new questions via chat and we'll select a few to answer during our Q&A session. If we don't get to your questions today, you're welcome to share with your Google team as a follow-up. Now let's get going with some questions that were submitted beforehand. So the first question is, how can I optimize for lead quality? So to optimize for lead quality through our Search and Performance Max campaigns respectively, the most important thing we need to get right is the conversion goal, as our AI-powered smart bidding strategies are going to optimize towards these goals. Every lead gen advertiser will have the most appropriate stage and thus conversion goal to optimize towards based on the unique data points across your lead to sale journey. The first step is aligning on what this stage is, and from there exploring if we are able to utilize a value-based bidding strategy. If we're able to differentiate and pass back customer values at this stage. Mapping the lead to sale journey for all lead gen advertisers is a foundational step in ensuring our power pairing is A, optimizing towards the most appropriate stage in line with our best practices, and B, utilizing the most appropriate bidding strategy aligned to your business goals. I would highly encourage you to work closely with your Google account team as they are well placed to help guide you through the above.
Thanks,
I'll pass
Mark.
it over to Steph.
Awesome. I'll take the next question, which is by far the most popular YouTube question. How does demand gen relate to search and PMAX, especially when considering goals and performance? We recommend demand gen as the next step of a customer's journey once they have adopted the power pair of search and PMAX. Search and PMAX will be your most efficient conversion drivers, and demand gen is here to help drive incremental growth and consideration, which will benefit search and PMAX. In fact, we see that when demand gen is leveraged, our customer search and performance max conversion volume increases on average by 14%. Demand gen can optimize towards the same conversion action as search and PMAX, but at a higher CPA, typically 2 to 3 times higher than your non-branded search CPA. Or demand gen can optimize towards a shallower conversion action, like a web-based lead, or a click to drive engaged users down the funnel. And now on to Faye to tackle the most asked measurement question.
For measurement, the most common question was, how do we improve the accuracy of measurement? And that's a very important question. One of the key ways to improve the accuracy of conversion tracking is by leveraging more durable solutions. For example, enhanced conversions. Traditionally, to attribute a conversion back to a click, we all relied on cookies, which have limitations such as being blocked by browsers or not always being able to capture cross-device user behavior. Enhanced conversions overcomes these limitations by using hashed customer data like email addresses or phone numbers to link ad interactions to conversions more reliably. For instance, a user might click on an ad on their phone but later complete the conversion on their laptop. Enhanced conversions can connect those actions, attributing the conversion to the initial click and providing more complete picture of the user journey. This improved attribution leads to more accurate measurement of campaign performance and better optimization. Now to Mark.
Thanks, Faye. So next question, can you provide best practices on keyword optimization within ads and ad groups? So we always want to make sure that our ad groups are thematically grouped, ensuring relevance between the keywords, ad copy, and landing page, as this will help us with auction time factors, such as ad relevance and expected click-through rate. Also very important is that if we're going to use multiple match types of the same keyword, for example, exact, phrase, and broad, that they are housed within the same ad group, as broad match can learn from other keywords within the same ad group, and to maximize the data that our RSAs get, which can also help with our click-through rate, expected click-through rate, which is a key factor for ad rank. I'll pass it over to Stephanie.
Great. The second most asked question for YouTube is around measuring demand gen. Specifically, what are the best KPIs for demand gen campaigns to monitor in terms of holistically benefiting and interacting with PMAX and search-based conversion actions? I love this question. So if you recall from Stephanie's section, we actually have a list of KPIs for every few weeks after launching a demand gen campaign. This serves as a great reference to understand how your demand gen campaign is performing during the initial launch phase. Within the first 2 weeks, we want the campaign to be driving clicks and site visitors and some conversions. You can use Google Ads and make sure you're leveraging view-through conversions to the total sum of conversions. So we are apples to apples with our social CPAs and conversions. Within 30 days, you'll want to be measuring conversions and CPA or ROAS and assisted conversions. Assisted conversions can be found in the attribution reporting in Google Ads. I love this report because we can understand how many conversions outside of the last click or view demand gen is influencing. And within 60 days, you'll want to be measuring your search CPA and account level CPA. They should be going down. You can use your Google Ads account here, or we have a great dashboard you can leverage from your Google account team that populates this data from Google Ads in a pre versus post analysis format to really understand the benefit after launching a demand gen campaign on your overall account and search. And now Faye will cover our last pre-submitted question.
Another question in the measurement space is in regards to two extremely relevant solutions we have. How do we enhance conversions for web and enhance conversions for leads help with the quality of leads generated? And it is a great question. Enhanced conversions for web and enhanced conversions for leads both contribute to improving the quality of leads generated, but they address two different aspects of the user journey. Enhanced conversions for web, or EC for web, focus on improving the accuracy of online conversion tracking, particularly in scenarios where cookies are restricted. By capturing and matching hashed customer data, EC for web helps ensure that even enhanced conversions that occurs cross devices or in cookie-less environments are properly attributed. On the other hand, enhanced conversions for leads specializes in connecting online ad interactions with offline conversions, a crucial aspect for the lead gen business. Enhanced conversions for leads enables advertisers to track deeper funnel conversions, such as marketing qualified leads, sales qualified leads, and closed deals. This provides valuable insights into which ads are driving high-value leads, allowing for smart optimizations towards generating profitable leads. All right, over to you.
All right, let's see what we have in the chat so far. Okay. So what is the best way to utilize broad match when the AI is triggering searches for things that are unrelated to what you are trying to target? So there's a few parts to this question. So we want to keep in mind that broad match as part of the holistic product suite enables us to get into auctions that Exact and Phrase cannot. But it's actually the bidding strategy's role to place the bid based on the conversion goal that we have. So first of all, we want to make sure that we've mapped our lead to sale journey properly. We're optimizing towards the right conversion goal and thus conversion action. And then that we're evaluating the right period of time. So if we are going to add broad match into our campaigns, we want to ensure that we're allowing a 14-day ramp up period and that we're evaluating the next 30 days plus the conversion lag. Also with this, we can also leverage negative keywords if needed to help guide the AI models also. Thank you for your question. Okay, so next question is for Faye. So I work in the transportation industry, primarily by phone calls or online booking software that has embedded scripts. What is the best practice to record a conversion? Most of the software do not provide conversion data back to the clients.
Okay, so there are two parts of the question. There are the phone conversions that you can track using Google forwarding number and integrating offline data back to Google Ads, not through enhanced conversions for leads, but with other solutions, usually connecting something we call GCLIDs or Google Click IDs. On the second part of the conversion is what's the best practice to record a conversion on the online booking software. You have a few options. So you can either put a tag on the software and be able to track those conversions, or collect user provided data, for example, email addresses and phone numbers, and link it back to Google Ads through enhanced conversions for leads. And if none of the solutions are possible, we can work on solutions where the software collects something called the GCLID, and then you import back that conversion data linking with the Google Click ID. I would recommend you connecting with your Google Ads team so they can best advise on your specific case.
Thanks, Faye. So the next question is for Steph. What are best practices for running Performance Max and demand generation campaigns together? Should they optimize towards the same conversion actions? How should they be used differently?
That's a great question. So Performance Max should be used to really enhance your search strategy and allow you to start diversifying. They can optimize towards the same conversion actions that your search campaigns are optimizing towards. For demand gen, we're moving up the funnel a bit, and we're going to be targeting people more in that mid-funnel area. You can use demand gen to optimize towards the same conversions as your search and Performance Max campaigns, but you should expect that CPA to be about 2 to 3 times higher. And that's because we're reaching people to start moving them down the funnel. Demand gen can also be used to optimize towards shallower on-site conversion actions and clicks. But a great thing to know is that when demand gen is being ran in an account, you're going to see your search and your Performance Max campaigns benefit from this, on average 14% more conversions.
Thank you, Steph. So thank you all for tuning in. This concludes the time we have today for Q&A. If you haven't already, please provide feedback about our live stream in the right-hand panel by clicking on the form icon, or submit by scanning the QR code on the screen. We know this was a lot of information, so take a look at the summary one-pager under the Resources tab. It will also be sent to your inbox after the live stream. And be sure to check out any previous and upcoming academies on our collections page in the top right-hand corner of your screen. On behalf of the Google Ads Academy team, thanks again for joining the Supercharge Your Lead Generation live stream, and we'll see you next time.